Здорово! Даньків продовжує проходити Fallout Новий Вегас. Що ж, відправимося до банди королів і поможемо їм наладити стосунки з республікою.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king? Who's the king? You believe this, asshole man? In Frісайда, the kings rule. And the king rules the kings, got it? Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man? You know what? I like you. Half the people around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
От і король.
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you? Charge? Pace must be at it again. What did he take you for? Pace must be losing his touch. Either that or you're a smooth one. So, what can I do for you? So, I'm supposed to just start giving in to the demands of random strangers that come in here, huh? I don't think so. You want something from me, you're gonna have to earn it. And it just so happens that I got a few things I need taken care of. So, what do you say? I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Frісайда? It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Frісайda's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my men tell me that one of those bodyguards is getting a suspiciously large amount of business. The man's name is Oris, and everyone who hires him specifically requests him when they return. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. He's usually covering the northern gate, then I want you to head for the southern gate. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say? You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings too. I'm just looking out for my men. I'm not trying to get some kind of unfair advantage. I just want a level playing field for my boys. So, what do you say? I've tried, but he can smell a king a mile away. Probably knows all our faces by now. He's not a stupid man, I'll give him that. What I need is someone he won't recognize, which makes you perfect. So are you gonna take the job or what? Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost. My eyes on the street tell me you haven't paid our mutual friend Oris a visit yet. Until you do, we got nothing to talk about.
Собака Кібо.
What's up?
От.
Want to get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler. Hi, how are you today? You've got stuff for We're gonna have rat tonight.
If you need to cross Frісайда, no one will keep you safer than I will. Just look around. Be People here are as like to stab you as say hello. That is, if I weren't at your side. 200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate. Sorry, but all the people with real money are heading for the Strip, so that's the way I go. You want to go somewhere else? Hire one of these losers.
Якийсь підозрілий тілохранитель йде тільки в одному конкретному напрямку.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Він питається видати це як заботу про
Hey,
безпеку.
you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Дякую. Кружок мескітового дерева. Зустрічається часто.
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services. Up ahead on the next block is where the king's hang out.
It can be
Let
found
them
at Nick
scare
and
you.
Ralph's.
They don't outnumber you 5 to 1.
It can be bought. It can be...
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Frісайда till you've been to the Wrangler.
О, я ще як бачив ковбой. Ну, дякую.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
Like that?
You like that? Don't distract me. I need to focus all my senses on keeping you safe.
А, так вот який він тілохранитель.
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now. Call it a hunch. You do this job for long enough, you learn to trust your instincts. You're imagining things. It's just the rush of adrenaline caused by your near brush with death. Luckily for you, I was here, so there's no reason to get out of sorts. My thoughts exactly. Time is money, after all. Well, here we are. No worse for wear, are you? I trust that if you need to cross Frісайда again, you'll know who to hire. Don't bother me right now. I've got to get back to see if any customers are waiting.
Того. Ну що ж, поговоримо з королем. Ну, раді справедливості треба відмітити, що він Горіс поміг мені із 2 справжніми головорізами. Правда, це було непланово.
You're okay in my book.
Привіт.
Man, I thought those tin cans of Mr.
What do you have for me? So that's how it happens. Okay then, I'll have some guys pull him off the street when no one's looking. You've shown me something, so maybe you can help me with a matter that's a little more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything. Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use. Have you found anything out? Go. Near as I can tell, it was some sort of religious institution. Oh, I know it says school out front, but everything in here seems to be related to the worship of some guy from back in the day. People used to come here to learn about him, to dress like him, move like him, to be him. If that's not worship, I don't know what is. Not a whole lot to tell. There were only a few books left in here when we found it, and those were rotted away. There were some posters left that were pretty well preserved, which is how we know all this stuff was based on the same guy. The thing of it is, we don't even know what his name was. All the posters just referred to him as the King. Well, that and the giant sign outside. This place could have been the King's House of Dog Chow, and I still would have taken the name. But I like to think I keep the memory alive. As far as we can tell, the guy that built this place was considered the coolest of the cool, and taught other people how to be more like him. People would come all around to learn how to sing, dance, dress, and even speak the way he did. Something like that, yeah. There were some working tapes here when we first got here, so we know what he sounded like. Sadly, they stopped working a few years back, so I sold them to a junk merchant who was passing through. Otherwise, I'd play something for you. All the outfits you see my guys wearing around were originally found in here too, along with more hair gel than you can shake a stick at.
Думаю, очевидно, що королем, про якого він говорить, є Елвіс Преслі. Тут була школа гітаристів.
I got Rex here from a salvager a few years ago. He was a little dinged up when I got him, but one of the followers fixed him right up. He goes through spells like this from time to time. The followers said his brain is going bad or something. I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did. Understand, Friside? You have to look back a few years. Originally, we were all just tribes making a living in this area. That all changed when Mr. House came around. He made an offer to the 3 biggest tribes that were willing to listen to him. Today, everyone calls those tribes the 3 families, and they live in luxury and run their own casinos in the strip. The rest of us were left to fight over the crumbs, living in the shadow of those more fortunate. Things got pretty nasty for a while, but we wanted more. A place of our own, a place where no one could tell us what to do, and we didn't want to go elsewhere to find it. So we took control of this place and made it our own. That's really all Friside is, the best of a bad situation. We're different than other gangs, and not just because we dress better. We're not just a group of thugs looking for our next fight. The Kings are about an idea, you see, where every man is free to follow his own path, do his own thing, where every man is a king in his own right.
І я з тобою повністю согласен.
Whoa there. Not just anyone can be a king. First of all, we usually only accept people native to the area. Second, I have to approve, and I don't. You haven't shown me you've got what it takes to be a king yet. But if you're fixing to join something fierce, stick around. And if you play your cards right, things might change. We've tried to pass our philosophy on to the people of Friside, but not everyone is ready to be a king. The kids love us, but the old-timers tend to shy away and keep to themselves, and they probably couldn't pull off the look anyway. As for the others, Some people just plain don't respect others, and that's a no-no. If there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's lack of respect. Pace, he and I grew up together around here. We've been through a lot together. There's no man I'd rather have at my side in a pinch. Don't judge him too harshly for trying to get some caps out of you. He probably took you for a squatter, looking for a place to settle down. There have been a lot of people moving into the area lately, and it's got some people riled. Can't blame them myself. There's only so much to go around. There's me, but I don't really like talking about myself. There's Julie Farkas and the other followers down at the old Mormon fort. The Garrett twins up at the Wrangler deserve mention. Wouldn't be right not mentioning the Van Graffs, I suppose. And while they're not important in the overall scheme of things, there's Mick and Ralph, too. Just don't tell them I said that. Who all did you want to know about? Julie represents the followers of the Apocalypse. They're a group that tries to help people out whenever they can, so we get along just fine. If you ever need to get patched up, one of their docs will have you right as rain in no time flat. They sell supplies, too, or used to. Heard they were having trouble bringing stuff in or keeping up with the demand or something lately. Did you want to know about anyone else? Them twins run the Atomic Wrangler, the only working casino here in Freeside. It's become pretty much the place to go around these parts. Give it a whirl when you've got some time. Now, was there anyone else you wanted to know about? They're a family-run business from out west that deal in weapons mostly. A word of caution, though, they're not a friendly bunch. Not at all. Their store is just past the Wrangler and sells all kinds of fancy weapons that most people around here can't afford. Anyone else you wanted to know about? Mick and Ralph sell all sorts of things at a small store over by the East Gate. They've done all right by us, and they'll do all right by you. You want to know about anyone else? Is that so? That's a mighty tall order for someone I barely know. Now, if you were to help me out some, that might change my mind. Can I help you with anything else?
Що ж, треба більше уваження. Нічого, заслужено.
Looks like Gamora's under new management. I wonder.
Нічого, заслужимо. Король крутий мужик. І хороший.
Come to Mick and Ralph's.
Ми з ним легко домовимося.
Come to Mick and Ralph's.
Hey.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here? Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this. Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say. They were big guys, young too, no old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them. Wayne, it's okay. The king sent him.
That true? Did the king really send you? I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help? Sorry I couldn't help more, especially since you're being so nice. Hey, wait, I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. It might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something. Something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Некий лейтенант. Ах, да, ще поговорити з Джулі насчет лічення.
I sincerely hope the NCR are getting supplies in place to defend against an attack, because it looks like the Legion has plans for the dam again. Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a good dog. Yes, a few months ago. We had to tell him there was nothing we could do. No, Rex's condition is way beyond anything we can handle. He requires brain surgery and some sophisticated cybernetics work, too. I didn't say that. While no one here has that kind of expertise, I do know of one man who might fit the bill. There's an old scientist named Dr. Henry who reportedly specializes in this sort of procedure. He'd probably be your best bet. Last I heard, he was living up in Jacobstown, far to the northwest. No problem.
Хорошо, дякую. Отлично. Це завжди цікаво, коли один квест накладається на інший, правда? Тобто ми поможемо і місцевим, і песику. Ну, песик теж місцевий. Уже. А откуда взявся робопес, ми ще узнаємо. Скажу тільки, що учитывая специфіку, звідки він взявся, бідного песика явно зробили полуроботом насильно. Ей, король. Я вообще туда иду.
All I do all day is read magazines. You'd be amazed what you can learn from them.
Have you found anything out? Or were you just here to chat? Bunch of soldier boys, huh? They usually don't come around these parts since their big base is on the other side of the strip. If they're coming over here now, it's gotta be for a reason. I didn't want to believe the rumors that they're looking to take over Vegas, but now, if something big is going down, I'm sure rumors of it will have spread. Ask around, particularly in the squatter areas where the NCR folk hang. You might also mosey on over to the Mormon fort and chat Julie Farkas up. The followers tend to be in the know about these things. Just don't ask her what to do about it. She'll probably ask you to hug someone or something. What can the king do for you? She said, what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here, and you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell you what. You promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say? I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you will see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear? Rex, this is your new master. Protect her as you would me.
О. Рекс речить на робота. Ну що ж, беремо з собою Рексіка. Пунктів насчет людей в шляпах. Ну я не в шляпі, а в береті. І похоже, Рекс не проти цього. Як і не проти берета в Буна. Бідний хворий песик. Нічого, песик. Вилічим тебе. Бідняга. Що ж, король порадив ще раз зайти до Джулі і попитати її. Так, ми і зробимо. А, кстати, а чому дає ця способність? Поиск и пометка. Химикаты. Оружие и боеприпасы. Поиск поблизости и посвечивается. Это як, типа прицеливание? А, Білл Ронте, це ж один з тих двох, кому ми помогли відділитися. Від чого ж Біла? Від наркоти чи від алкоголя? Не пам'ятаю. Ну, не важно, головне, щоб відділився. Джулі.
I'm busy. Make it quick. Only a little. A friend of mine, Major Elizabeth Kieran, has been handing out supplies to the poor a little west of here. What about it? I know something's got them riled up, but I've been too busy with other matters to really look into it. If you're looking into the matter, talk to Elizabeth. She's in charge of the operations here in Freeside, though she won't open up to you right away. If Elizabeth holds out on you, tell her that I sent you. She should be a little more forthcoming if you mention my name. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Дякую. Майор. Майор в західній частині. Да, пам'ятаю, там вроді би буде невелика жесть. Пам'ятаю, треба обійти отут. Там воєнні. Вон там роздають помощь.
Hello.
Hold up. What's the password? Again. Hold up. What's the password? If you're here to see the major, then I suppose it's all right. Head on through.
І ти так повіриш кожному встречному? А стоп, ну в принципі в мене репутація в НКР.
I hope this helps.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
О, да.
Welcome. There's food and water here for any citizen of the NCR. Please, have some.
Вау, дякую.
Yes. I'm a major in the supply corps, which is where this food and water comes from. You're quite welcome. If you meet anyone who needs food or water in the area, please tell them about this place. Yes? Was there something else you... No, I'm afraid we don't. Don't you have a friend you wanted to bring in? That's not really a pleasant topic of conversation. Let's just say we have our reasons. You know Julie? Not everyone in the NCR sees eye to eye with the followers, but they're okay in my book, mostly because of her. If you really want to know, we sent an envoy to the king, offering to coordinate the relief effort. In a manner of speaking, our envoy was brutally beaten and only barely survived. My superiors ordered the relief mission scrapped. I managed to get clearance to carry out the mission anyway, but with greatly reduced support. Now there's not enough supplies to go around, even if I wanted to serve the rest of Friside, which I don't. That's all in the past now. I should get back to work. Say hi to Julie for me. Yes? Was it... Like I said before, we don't. And I'm not in... It's not something I'm willing to
Ага. Ну я поняв, що вона не хоче годувати місних. Тому що місні побили посланця, який мав обговорити ось цю тему. Ну що ж, а ми узнаємо. Наскільки я поняв, королів. Це точно не... Його відлупили точно не по приказу короля. Так що треба розібратися. А майорша вступила і, похоже, вирішила, що по приказу короля. Що ж, вертаємося.
Well, hey there. I heard that NCR soldier lady told you some wild story about them sending a messenger to us to work out some deal. That's bullshit, and it's nothing to bother the king with. More like they sent someone to spy on us and he wasn't tough enough to last in Friside. So do everyone a favor and keep your mouth shut about it, okay? That's a shame. Well, do what you want. Just don't expect it to matter.
Відправити когось шпіоніть. І прямо сказати, що він посланець від НКР. Цікаво, ви будете, якщо б ви відправили шпіона, ви б сказали, що він від вас? Ні.
You find out something about them handing out supplies, like food and stuff? That ain't nothing to get ruffled over. You find anything else? Ah, that would explain the goons. They're here to keep people like my friends away from the food. That ain't something I support. No, sir. Wait a minute. They said what? Huh, that would explain why they're all riled at us. Seems like we have a big misunderstanding. What the hell?
Опа.
King, we've got problems.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
There's a shootout going down near the train station. It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
What is that fool doing? I need you to head out there and try to defuse the situation. Tell them I'm willing to cooperate. What can the king do for you? All right.
Hi.
Цей мудак Пейсер явно обнаглів. Да, пам'ятаю, тут жорстко.
You there, keep your hands where we can see him. Draw a weapon and we will fire.
Ого. Воу, медленно, медленно.
This isn't really a good time. What did you want? Like he helped the envoy we sent? No thanks. Then he should watch his back. We know for a fact that the envoy made it to their headquarters. Still, if the king's willing to deal with us, perhaps we can work something out. I'll tell my men to stand down. Hey.
Hey.
Ну, хорошо, перестрілка завершилась.
Hello.
Костюм тюремний рокер. даєте.
The king just sent a messenger over, saying these guys are off limits. He's probably already heard about what you did here. Looks like you get to be a hero. Enjoy it while it lasts. The king just sent a messenger. Looks like you...
Да, вдалося все урегулювати.
I heard all about what happened. Maybe it's time for a little more talking and a little less fighting. You've helped us plenty, so I'll tell you what. Just this once, name whatever you want, and if I can make it happen, it's done. Don't rush it, though. Toss it around in your head a little. You only get one favor from the king. Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you? Whoa, that's a doozy. Truth be told, I don't even know if I can pull something like that off. I'll give it my best. You've earned that much, but that makes us even, you hear? Things have been a lot better since you helped.
Things are tense on the strip right now. The head of one of Mr.
Отлично.
House's family was killed. Time to lay low.
Фух, добре, що все мирно закінчилось. Правда, от що цікаво, що з цим придурком Пейсером станеться. Він має... Його треба наказати за те, що він набідокурив з посланцем. Да й не тільки з посланцем, а то, що він кошмарив граждан НКР по безпреділу.
I tell you, last night some girl was pounding on my door.
Hey.
Ah, hello. I trust you have something to report concerning the Frісайda situation? That's great to hear. He's got a lot of sway in Frісайda, so we can expect a dramatic drop in violence soon. Now, you're probably wondering about your reward. This has been something of a hot-button topic, so I was able to secure this for you. Well, I don't officially have access to any more funds, but here. This is from me personally. There's more coming your way, too. I've received a message from Colonel Moore up at Hoover Dam. She's been following your exploits and has requested that you meet with her. You're not officially in the employ of the NCR, so there's nothing forcing you to go. But I'd go see her sooner rather than later. The Colonel is not someone you want to keep waiting. It's good to see such an outstanding...
Удача за республіку. Відправитись на саму дамбу Гувера, щоб поговорити з полковником? Ну, це круто. Но відправитися на... Но на дамбу ми відправимося уже в наступних відео. Дякую за увагу. Пока.